Welcome to another episode of Last Week's Comics Today. I've got a decent stack here. I've been slightly under the weather. I'm feeling better today than I have been all week, and you're going to hear me say that again in a couple of weeks if you watch my Amulet video on Sundays. Anyway, we're going to start this week with Cemetery Kids Don't Die. And I think the solicitation text for the series does a better description, gives a better description of what's happening than the issue itself. It's not great. This is the variant Stoko cover, by the way, because, of course, I opted for the Stoko. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. Unfortunately, this is one of the better things of the entire issue. So we get this, right? Our cast as these sort of RPG fantasy characters living in a video game. The video game system looks like a hot water bag kidney thing. It wraps around their head like earmuffs. It's very strange. Really, no explanation is given about that. But there's a group of characters. They meet up in the real world and in game. And they put this fucking frightening thing on their head to play a game, and there's all sorts of drama both in-game and out, and there's supposed to be a limitation about how long you can play, except one of them is breaking that limitation, and I don't care. At one point they realize that there's a problem because this is happening, and like if you have honeycomb face or Swiss cheese face and then lose all of your bones, like that's a legitimate problem. The art, I will say, is pretty nice. There's something, especially in the fantasy world, that's a bit David Rubin-esque, which I enjoy. I will check out whatever this artist does next, or has done prior. I don't know that I will read another Zach Thompson, because I don't. This is not, honestly, that good of a writing. Up next is Dear Editor, Issue 2, and this actually came out the week prior, and because I was so late in getting Dear Editor 1 that I didn't jump on getting Issue 2, but I enjoyed it, and this is nutty. It goes places that I had no idea what to expect. But Issue 1 ends on kind of a cliffhanger. Bucky, this guy here, who is our lead in the series, until here, where suddenly it is 3 months later, I'm just like, oh, holy shit. So yeah, it's one of those Duke Issue 1 moments of like, suddenly months have passed. But as I said, Issue 1 ends on kind of a cliffhanger. We then start Issue 2 with another character that wasn't our lead, and he's investigating both what Bucky's original article was going to be about, and then also the disappearance of Bucky, and he winds up in a trap. Might not be able to tell what's going on here, but this woman has just been killed. Right there, that's a knife through her guts. And as she's on the table bleeding out, somebody takes a cup, a glass, I suppose, to collect the blood, which he then splashes on that guy before licking it off his face. And I'm like, this is getting real weird. But this whole scene is very tense. It's there's a lot going on, and basically this is how the previous issue ended. This here. Basically, there are now vampires. So in addition to this guy, who here you can see he has had his horns cut off, and it's rough. There's this great picture here. Right? Each. So yeah, like the mayor is a secret vampire, and there's some other shit going on, and like, I wasn't expecting any of this. This book is truly nutty. Some truly unexpected stuff going on here, and I'm still enjoying it. I believe it's a 4-issue series. I have no idea where 2 more issues of this are going to go based on what has happened so far. But if you're looking for something very unique, well done, grab Dear Editor. Hellblazer, Issue 2. This is the Dead in America, Simon Spurrier, Henry Campbell series. I enjoyed the first issue. Issue 2 is also great. We wind up with spilled guts right on page 2. It's never a great sign. But we've got this lady doing most of the talking for the issue. We've got Swamp Thing there in a jar. He's in the shape of kind of a mushroom at the moment. and John is trying to get him back. There's some really great, she's got some really great lines. This one here, right there. Debatable on both. Yeah, there's just really, really well done. Very old school Constantine, Vertigo flair. I was talking recently about Boom Studios and how I feel they think they are prestige level Image, and I generally can't tell the difference between Boom and Image. Like, if you just name a title, I will assume it's Image before I ever assume it's Boom. The only Boom book that I know for sure is Power Rangers, obviously licensed, but all of their unique creator-owned stuff, it's essentially Image in my mind. Vertigo always had its distinct flair, a certain flavor, and even like Top Shelf and Oni, they're all distinct except for Boom, weirdly. This definitely feels like Vertigo, and it's great. And I love it. I recommend it. It's an 8-issue series. If you're interested in Constantine, then grab it. And there's some weird Sandman and Swamp Thing stuff going on as well. And it's great. Love it. Midlife. Speaking of weird shit going on, there was a claim made in the previous issue, and in this one it gets explained. But our main character here, who has a level of control over fire, both, I guess, sort of pushing and pulling, largely pushing it away from himself and others, but that's kind of Magneto-esque fire powers. Anyway, a lot of that is explained here through the legend of the sequence I don't fully understand. Like, can he not see out the helmet, or is that just supposed to be a comedic moment that falls flat? I don't fully understand. Anyway, the guy gets sort of a life history explained to him because of his ancestor that had sex with a supernatural fire creature, and so everyone in his family since has had fire powers, including his father, and I don't think he's realized it yet, but it should also be in his kid, and I thought that's where this was going, and not yet, apparently. But anyway, this is great. Plenty of exposition. This issue as far as what is happening, and there's once again great cliffhanger in this issue as well. Cobra Commander issue 2. It's only issue 2s. Anyway. Cobra Commander, issue 2. This is obviously Dreadnoks, this issue, and it's basically Dreadnoks using a chainsaw versus Cobra Commander, and it's pretty great. Some great scenes and setup for things, and this unfortunate guy in the back. It's good. I'm still enjoying it. I'm curious to see where it goes, and I don't know what else to say. Cobra Commander, Dreadnoks. They get upset because he throws a grenade at their armored car. I don't know. Short review. I'm enjoying it. Guardians of the Galaxy Annual 1. Whatever. I believe I actually bet that this was going to be the end of the series. It turns out it is. And it's fine, and I think I'll probably throw this whole thing in a to-go box, because it's just okay. If it had continued, it might have become something, but it didn't. We get this, which is nice. But, like, most of this is about Groot, and essentially Groot has taken over a sector of space because he's metamorphosing into something else, and some people on the outside are like, hey, this is a problem that needs to be dealt with, and people on the inside are like, no, this needs to reach its conclusion so that a good thing can happen, and you shouldn't stop it before that good thing can happen. Anyway, so obviously it's a comic, so people fight each other, and the whole thing with Peter and his sister is not that great. I do not care. It feels tacked on. I don't know why it's there, and it's ultimately fine. It's okay. It's middling. It has kept these characters alive for, I guess, another year, but I will wait for better writers to come along. Yeah. Man's Best Ashcan. I wasn't expecting this, but I did sign up for Man's Best, and much like the Rare Flavors Ashcan that came out before Rare Flavors Issue 1, we get a preview of what is going to be Man's Best, which is these animals seen here in these kind of, well, two of them have, one of them's kind of a robot suit, and one of them's kind of cyborg, and this guy's just got a rocket, except the rocket transforms into a shotgun. That's very strange. Because, like, it blasts off, but then it also shoots a bunch of pellets. Are there guns on the side? There are guns on the side of it. Alright, I understand it a little bit better now. But, all of these animals are on a spaceship inside of a holodeck for some reason, and there's a doctor and a captain and something, I don't know, sexual tension between them, unrequited, possibly? I don't know. It's an Ashcan, so it's not a complete issue. It's a preview. I'm enjoying it. I will look forward to the first issue and figure out what's really going on, but I'm liking this so far. It says coming out in March, so look forward to that if you're just about animals in space and robots and cyborgs and whatever else is going on. Lastly, for the week, World's Finest, issue 24, and I think, let me confirm this real quick. Yeah, next month it's something else. So finally, this Kingdom Come stuff is done. Hopefully the David stuff is done. The long, weird redemption prequel of Kingdom Come and redemption of Magog. It's weird. Again, it's weird. Darkseid is in this, looking huge. He's absolutely monstrous. I do love this. How they're alternating squinty eyes. I don't know why. I like it though. Art's great. I mean, look at the size of Darkseid. He is massive there. He puts the stomp on a bunch of people until Magog does a thing that, if you know Magog, you might see coming. But, I don't know. And then there's talking about kind of what it means to be a hero and things you can and shouldn't do, and I don't know. It almost works as a redemption of Magog from Kingdom Come, and I should probably reread that again because it's been many years and I enjoyed it the first time. But it also kind of doesn't, because Superman and Batman just come off as, we are allowed to punch people all that we want, we just can't kill them. And like, it's very strange. I don't fully understand it. It's just straight up weird. But anyway, art's great. And next issue will not be Kingdom Come, so I look forward to that. And whatever these two are up to over the summer with Absolute Power, sure, sign me up for that too. I don't know what else to say. The Ashcan's good. This is just fine. I'm giving Pick of the Week to Sandman. It's head and shoulders above everything else out this week. But that is everything that I got this week. As always, I get all of my books from a local comic shop. Hopefully next week is better. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I think Rare Flavors is coming out, so at least there's that. But if you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the closest comic shop to you. Thanks for watching.